All right.
We could call it like a collab of.
I am your sub-host, your co-host, because this is really Janae Tate's brainchild, and I got a little jealous, and I'm super attached, and I'm like, you doing what on the night of our podcast? Without who?
I was like, yeah, we're gonna have to do a different.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to do something different on this day. And he's like, can I come, please? No, just I'm like, yo, come. Wait, you know what? Before we get into it, because we got to figure out how we're gonna do the giveaway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so tell them about that while I set this
All right.
up over
Well,
here.
first of all, let me take care of house stuff first, you know, out of respect. We are in. We had to start the broadcast all over. It's definitely running. It's just you got it right.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Right. Is it on Highland News page? You can
so
check it out over there.
Listen, here's what's going on. We are at this amazing space where I feel like I am like.
So amazing.
Like I don't even know where I'm at for real. I know I drove to Miami Gardens, but
it feels like Atlanta.
I don't even want to give Atlanta that credit.
Okay, DC.
I was saying DC, New York,
and maybe a little bit of like LA vibes, like Inglewood.
Yeah, a little feng shui, you know, energy. But I really am so comfortable in my blackness and my thought process, and I just feel like I'm in a room full of just love and energy. This is truly a space that you can come and just create ideas, partnerships, network. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Co-Space Miami Gardens. Yes. We got to shout out the owner.
Yes. Miss Joy St. Clair. She's so amazing. This is our second event together. She's always so gracious. She's our venue sponsor and just all around amazing queen. And you go Google her and search her. She's on High Low News. We've done interviews together. She's just amazing. Her story is amazing. And what she's curated and created here in Miami Gardens is unmatched. So thank you for bringing this amazing space and allowing us to share in your amazing space, Joy. You are just so dope.
Yeah, we gonna get one. We gonna get one in Miramar real soon, though.
Yes, come on now, come on, expansion.
We need one in Miramar real soon. But not only that, she's also Trini, and I just found that out.
Really, I did not know that, Joy.
So she is family.
What's your accent? What's your accent,
well, I
girl?
mean, she's been in Liberty City since kindergarten. There's no accent.
Oh, she black. She black. But also, too, make sure y'all come get y'all memberships here at Co-Space. We're all about supporting Black-owned businesses. So you can get a co-working space. You could even do it for the day. I've done the day pass. I love it. It's very affordable. Nice vibes. They have little snacks and all these things. Podcast studio. Come take a tour, too, like just to see what it is. But there's nothing like that in Miami Gardens.
At all, period. Okay? All right, check it out on our Instagram. We'll put it up on our story and all that good stuff.
Yeah, she's tagged on our Instagram post as our sponsor.
Oh, so, see that? Second house cleaning.
Okay.
Second house cleaning because my stomach.
Okay. I was gonna go.
No, go ahead.
No. Okay, you can talk about it because you actually ate the food. I haven't ate yet.
Right, I did. Okay, and
welcome. Hey, girl. Hey. Yeah, I'm calling people out. We live in your pretty and your pink.
So we have a nice buffet layout back there, healthy items. Some real soul food back there, all courtesy of Reshuckin'. Yes, and I had, Reshuckin'. You know, I was so happy that the macaroni balls because you know, well, you know, I don't eat. I'm pescatarian,
Yeah.
so I went at that immediately. All right,
Are you pescatarian too?
All right, for real though. And the salad was amazing.
Oh, you ate all the food?
Oh no, man! They got more stuff: meatballs, waffles, chicken. I couldn't get into that stuff, but yeah, what I had was really good. So shout out to We Shuckin', for real. They do Clearly You Caterings. They're black owned, so y'all support We Shuckin' for sure. Is there anybody that we are leaving out of the big ups?
Oh yes, our dessert sponsor.
Ooh.
Where's the card at? Because she's a Carol City chief. We put the exquisite touch on everything. Exquisite Creations. Kim Beyonce. Give her a little wave in the back. Hey, girl. She has the beautiful, tasty, delicious sweets back there. Exquisite Creations LLC on Instagram and Exquisite Creations LLC on Facebook. So make sure you follow our sponsors, all Black-owned businesses, all Black women-owned businesses. Come on, let's give ourselves a round of applause.
Yeah.
Come on now. Yes, yes, yes.
That is amazing. And of course, our sponsors that will never leave us, that are always dedicated to us, no matter what we do, what we say, what's going on, they support us because it's ours. Hyper News! Hyperlocal News, the founder, of course, and editor, right here to my right, Janae Tate. This is a platform that was really dedicated and rooted in Black and brownness and millennials and really keeping us informed and doing it in a way where you could really swallow it and enjoy it. And yeah, right, as I talk about food. And be able to spread the message, you know what I mean, to others in a way they're able to, you know, digest it as we talk about food. So I really love Hilo News. It's the way I get informed here in South Florida about what's going on, whether it's political or whether it's things that's happening in our community. And we are so grateful for our Black media and, you know, such a great thing that you've done for our community, Janae.
Thank you. And tell them about your amazing platform. You have Papa Keep Live and That Vote Period. So we got to give you your flowers and your things as well.
Thank you. So I do have, I started a podcast network called Papa Keep Podcast where I put, it's like the umbrella to all the different podcasts that I do, including this one with Janae. So you can go there and watch years of my interviews. You can go there and watch me be emotional with R&B therapy, which we were listening to before the show started. R&B is the one music that gets me emotional and allows me to be, you know, it allows me to be in that space and show people that they can be vulnerable. So I really love 90s and 2000 R&B, so that's my place to exercise, have fun, and be vulnerable. All right, so you can check that out. Also in the building is all my artists and influencer interviews, and then for all of my political and community interviews, like I did with Co-Space, you can find at The People's Voice.
Yes.
All right, so check all of that out. And Just Vote Period is my initiative to get young people involved with the voting process, which is what we're here to talk about a little bit today.
Yes. Oh, also too, there is an iPad in the back of the room right here on this table, and you can check your voter registration. So we're all about civic engagement and democracy and making sure we participate in the process. So thank y'all for coming out on a Wednesday, caring about democracy and civics and political tea, all the tea, political mess, all the things. First of all, how many fans of the Can We Talk podcast in here? Do y'all watch Can We Talk podcast? Okay. Thank y'all. So the vision that I had for this conversation was for like what we're doing, reviving. We got good music, food, all the things, beautiful people, networking, but also to have a safe space, one, to have like these conversations. Also, too, y'all know I'm a journalist. I'm a little nosy. So I feel like sometimes there's conversations that we just can't have even online. So I was like, let's create a safe space where you, the community, can talk about the issues, the candidates. Also, too, I want to know some things from y'all because I be seeing the comments and the DMs. And so that's why we also to have the camera on us. So it's still a safe space. So if y'all don't want to be seen on the camera, that's totally fine. But if you're okay with it, you could come do your 1-2 over here as well. But we still want to be able to have a safe space. So you guys can feel honest and say, hey, I wondered about this, or I saw this, or I heard this, and we can just have a conversation about it. So Y'all ready to get into it?
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
So let me check. Tamila, do we have a microphone that the audience can use to be a part of it if they want to ask a question?
No, I'm gonna get my. Oh, see, you wasn't at the free one. If we do, the first one we have it, but
okay.
You know I like to get my Jenny Jones on. I like to go into the audience.
But we can't miss you in the camera, so that's
okay. Okay, just for this.
Yeah, if you leave the camera, the viewership gonna drop. They ain't here to see me.
You're so sweet.
They be like, bye. We ain't here for you, bro. So we got the microphone set, so we'll get to the portion where you guys can
so
yourself.
I want y'all to engage. So this is not just us talking. This is us talking. Okay. So let's get it going. So my first question is, I'm gonna ease into it. I would say this? What would you guys say is the most, I guess, highly competitive race, would you say? This is a Dade County conversation, right? We're doing Broward County next week at We Shuckin', so y'all make sure Broward people, y'all come pull up on us August 4th. But what would y'all say is the most competitive race in y'all opinion? 24?
Unanimous. I say it right.
Okay.
24.
Okay, so I also want to know this and hear it in person. How y'all feel about the attack ads? I wish they could hear that.
Wow.
Chevronites, G-Hive, I don't know what the Kendrick Meekers, people.
Meek Millers.
The people don't. Here's the thing, and I said this last night on my show, right? I was just like, it's negative energy, right? And all of us, we, for the most part, liked and respected all of these candidates. And still do. We gonna get in that. But you get what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't really all of that, right? And so I feel like when you see them kind of going at it, to me, and this is how I see it, y'all don't gotta say it like this. You know how you have like friends or like a family member who have like a bad breakup, and now you like, I want to go to Auntie Lisa's house and I want to go to Uncle JoJo's house, but they hate each other. They keep fighting. They can't even come over here to my birthday party because they hate each other so bad. Like, it's giving that type of energy to me. So I felt like the energy was negative, and even too, like I've even got texts or DMs like, you've seen certain posts that got like really, really nasty. What up, Munch? We live on the thing. And so I even got text messages. I don't know if y'all saw some of the real, like this last week they went to the gutter. They went to hell. It's giving crackhead energy. It's giving like, Papa Keith, what are your thoughts on the negative attack ads?
You know what? I don't like it because for us it's a little bit different knowing some of the candidates.
Yeah.
Personally, even. Mm-hmm. And so to hear the stuff and knowing both of them, it's kind of like, you know? I don't know how other people feel about it, but it's a little bit more personal for us and for people who actually know the candidates. Yeah, man.
Everybody picking sides. It ain't them personally.
Yeah. So y'all feel like it's more of the supporters versus the general voting population? Because that's how I feel too. Like, to me, y'all represent like the real situation. And here's the thing too, like the illusion that is social media. It feels like it's ubiquitous and everybody feels that way, but it's maybe probably like 20 people who like keeping up the mess, and it feel like every time you go on your timeline, like, dang, well, everybody must feel this way, but we really don't know like the full voting universe, because most of us just keep to ourselves. Hold on, we gotta no comment. Oh, are you like agreeing? Yeah. They can't hear you, right?
Unfortunately, it's ugly. A lot of us do not like it, but I can tell you for a fact, politically, it works. What happens is we are the most politically active. We're involved in some way, right? But the average person that's getting his mailers, text messages, getting their houses geo-fenced, birds getting sent to them, all the things that campaigns do, I can tell you for sure that they are not worried about us here that do not like negative advertising or we call it, trash or whatever. It works because it actually gives a voter that just works, goes to work, takes the kids to school, They don't know what's going on. I saw an attack ad where they said this guy did this and put the source. I'm involved in it. I didn't know that. And then they put this guy over here. So it's nasty, but I'm kidding. For those of us that are not involved, it works all the time.
All right, so for those that are online, the gentleman said that the attack ads, although we don't like it, and Janae and I just mentioned how it kind of like pulls us, and people who are involved in the political world or know some of the candidates personally don't like it, that it actually works. Because for the average person who's working 9 to 5, taking care of kids, just imagine they're busy, and whatever comes in their mail, they read it, and 9 out of 10 they believe it, and I can attest to that.
Wow.
Because I've been a victim of it.
I was gonna say, cause they beat you in your back over there. They beat you in your back over there in Miramar. I said, oh my God. Mm-hmm. So here's the thing too, because I feel like people in here, y'all probably are super, super duper voters, right? So what is it that we can do as a community to kind of get the rest of the clan to care about this? I feel like there's this disconnect, and I'm like, what can we do? Because it's like, it can't just be this 10% of people that's like super involved and everybody else is kind of like, I don't know. I'm always kind of think about like solutions around voter apathy.
Let's use the microphones, because maybe they will pick up on the it'll pick up in our microphones.
Online, let us know in the chat if y'all can hear the audience.
My only question.
Put on the mic. Hold on. Munch.
I know. Munch. Munch said, I'm trying to get a food and a plate, and that's it.
You munch today, right?
Joy.
All right, this mic is working now. What's good, brother?
I think for me, it's becoming one of those situations where you're getting numb to all the hate ads. Because as a voter, my thing is, let's get back to the issues. What are our concerns, opposed to just the attack ads? That's distracting. What we really need to know about, we really need to think about, and what's going on in our communities. It's becoming talk show right at this point, like reality TV, and we don't need another reality TV host or personality in our spaces. We need somebody that's going to really attack the issues that we have in our communities to try to fix and provide what we need in our community. So, I mean, one thing that always comes to my mind is property taxes. Like, why are we not talking about the real issues that's going on in our communities that can affect what's going on, our public safety, our elderly care, our youth programming? If we get rid of property taxes, that's an opportunity or possibility that our crime rate rises in our communities if we don't have programming that can support, or funding that can support after school programming for our youth. Or now, with our elderly care, all of those services that are provided by our municipalities for free, how are we going to make sure that our seniors are taken care of if we don't have the right information on how removing property taxes can affect our communities? Not just about, our police departments. All of those departments are going to be taken care of. Yes, people are going to lose their jobs. That's a fact. But now let's really talk to those issues, opposed to having dog fights, a cat, whatever we want to call it. That's distracting of what's going on in our community.
You know what I've noticed? like it'll start off nice, right? Because we all saw that. It started off really nice. And I'm gonna say names because I'm me. So when I would see Chevron and even Oliver sit down next to each other in certain cases, and it was cool. Now it's different, you know what I mean? So I think what happens is somebody waits for the first pebble to be thrown.
And they like,
and then
attack.
But here's the crazy part about it, right? Is that they ready. So they all know it's a part of the process. So they already have their attack stuff waiting, because I started studying and getting into it a lot more. They already have it ready and waiting, and just waiting to see what happens or who eats first, and then it's like, rah.
So okay. You need to, but the audience can't. No, just saying. No, you don't have to. You don't have to. No. Honestly,
Let her.
okay. Well, disguise your voice if you don't want the World Wide Web. do a voice like this.
I'm good.
Come on, everybody.
So I think, going back to your question, how can we as the 10%ers get people involved? I think, just like the candidates go on social media, we need to flood the algorithm.
That's a good one.
I also think that we should go to these community centers or the senior communities, because our seniors are the one that votes, right? But outside of the seniors, and you probably like, well, how are we gonna do that? I mean, we all have a free hour or two in the day that we can spare and go and do this, right? Because that's how we are going to get the real issues at hand in front of them to say, hey, this is what you really need to be looking at, and this is what you really need to be voting on. Not that negative stuff that come in the mail, because everybody gets it. I throw mine in the garbage. I don't care about this stuff.
Wasting them people
No, they
money.
They waste their money.
For real.
But I think that's what we need to do. I think something like that, flooding the algorithm, because everybody's using social media and YouTube.
I'm what I did.
And actually going to, just like they go in Canvas and knock on doors, we can go to a greater body, go where we gotta meet them where they are, right?
Oh, that's okay. So, and I really want to know what my good friend Munch, because we talk about this. To me, and Munch, we've talked about this before, that's to me the social activism space. So when we think about certain groups and nonprofits, because a candidate has a one track, like they want to win, right? But if we're talking about civic engagement, we have organizations that are, supposedly this is what they do, right? To me, they're falling off. And I ain't gonna call out no letters or no organizations, right? However, I feel like that's where they stand in the gap. And if we look at movements from like the civil rights movements, right? Like you had SCLC and SNCC and NAACP and all these different organizations working together to get people engaged. There were college kids up to your grandma age was voting at that time. And granted, the stakes was real high. Real high. You ain't want to get hit by no water holes. You right, we right back there, Carla. But I think something was lost, and that's even a whole nother politics and chill. However, I think that what Tamila is saying is, I meant Shamila. I meant Camilla is saying, look. Don't come. If I know your name, don't talk. But no, but what I think that's the role they're supposed to be standing in, and they're not. Like, what would you say to that bunch if you want to chime in on that?
You ain't lying. And I work with them. So I'll be the first person. I work with homeless people, right?
Mm-hmm.
I run a food pantry 6 days a week. How many people came to homeless folks? That's voters.
The homeless people can vote.
SR4 is just got passed in the city of Miami. Nobody had a conversation with them people over there. Nobody engaged them people. So it's like they try to pick and choose who the perfect voter is. You know what I'm saying? And they miss out on different groups. So like you said, it is the role of like the organizations that are closest to the people to do that. I want to give credit to Maya, who just did the event last night.
Oh yeah, shout out to Maya Passmar.
So what Maya's like, all right, I'm gonna organize all the little groups in Miami Gardens, and then we gonna sit these folks down and we gonna tell them what we want, not what y'all want. So Sheriff came in yesterday.
Oh, that was yesterday?
That was yesterday.
Oh, I saw the picture.
He came had to sit, he sat, he took his notes. He said what he needed to say, but the residents said what they needed to say. They got out what they needed to get out. But on the point about the question that was asked about, like, how do we make things better or whatnot, I think y'all are doing a job really making sure that people are engaged and know what's going on.
We're doing, because question these answers.
Y'all been doing it longer than me. You know what I'm saying? So, because you dropped you started it off with when, saying Frederica finna step down, Rep finna step down. It just, everybody's in tune now, right? Everybody knows, like, the circus is about to start. And then we just saw everybody playing musical chairs, moving around, and it energized folks in a different way, you know what I mean? So I think that's part of it.
That's what's up.
I'm gonna tell Janae, she doesn't know me, but she may know this name from last night. I'm always Jay Twist.
Oh, some of y'all, I just know y'all handles from social media. So I was saying your name's wrong, Kim, you're nice. Yes. I love it. Nice to, welcome, cousin.
How you doing?
Oh, keeper. Oh, sorry, I forgot about the branding. Get me together.
But to answer the question, I think millennials are involved. I think we're just doing it quieter. Like I told you yesterday in the comment, the elders, this is their soap opera, right? You remember Sharon just on Monday, he went off on the lady that went to ask the question about the transgender, and you see his response.
He said, "I'm not gonna dignify it." Yeah.
So this is their thing. They get a kick out of these dirty ads and these dirty attacks against a candidate that they're not voting, that they're not voting for. So this has become a popularity contest. And thanks to you, I'm logged in. I was in this district. I'm in 20 now. I'm not as involved as in 20, but the nonsense in 24 got me locked in. From a perspective of, I want to see who's really showing their behind. Because that's the candidate we do not need to vote. And that's how it should be. We should be looking at these candidates from a negative standpoint. I want to see all the bad that you do. And you're going to tell me that you want to represent me in Washington, D.C.? It doesn't make sense. But what's happening is a popularity contest. If I'm for one candidate, I'm just for one candidate. I'm not related to Sharon, but my wife, that's her godbrother. I do think he's a better candidate, but I do like me.
You like me, Neil?
I like me.
Cause I was running through my old hood.
Here's why, because me brings a energy that we need. Honestly, I'm looking at Madonna. I'm looking at what Madonna in New York City is doing.
Can I say
I'm
this?
comparing him to all the candidates because what we need is someone who's willing to be rebellious.
Somebody said that Jones has a Madonna spirit, and that's the energy that we're seeing, especially on social media here in South Florida. So very interesting that you said that, because that's what's been floating around with the inside baseball.
So with that though, I want to add on to that, right? So with that, it's almost like the less experience is almost like a blessing, right?
Is it though?
It can
No, because we know what his last name is. Yeah. But wait. All I'm gonna say is, if we talking about Kendrick Meade Jr., if his last name was something else, then that would be a little bit different. All I'm gonna say is there is some influence from his dad. Come on, yeah. And I would say he's a puppet, but I think there is some influence. Why wouldn't you use that experience that your daddy had as a congressman?
Well, I'll say this.
And this is all commentary, y'all.
I'll say this.
All commentary, y'all.
I will say this in Janae's defense, right? Because we did do an interview with him and we asked him why he took the junior off of his campaign stuff and things like that, because it could be misleading, right? So he had an explanation for that. But I pull up in Miramar right on Red Road at 57 off of the turnpike, and I see a poster, and it's him with the dad and the grandma. So I have never seen that in my life. I mean, I am new to the game a little bit too. So I didn't know how to digest that.
Okay. Pretty and green.
Hold on, y'all.
I love it.
Hold on, y'all. No, you're good.
No, speak. Say what's on your mind.
Who runs the pantry? Thank you for what you do. That's amazing. My question to you is, and I'm not too sure the laws, are people who are unhoused, can they register to vote without an address? Is that, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
That's a great question. Thank you.
You
I
know,
didn't know.
most of them still have an address. Technically,
They just never gave up whatever address they had.
whatever address they had, you know, and they use our address if they need it.
Or can they use the homeless shelter as well, like address, like if they say
They
this?
can use the homeless shelter. It's ways they can do it.
But do they know that? I mean, I know we can't speak for them. Because I'm curious if.
I talk to them every day. They know. We make sure that they register. I ain't gonna be there without them. Like,
So I want to speak on that. I've worked with the homeless population for a very, very long time. At most shelters, they are allowed to receive mail. So you remember when we were getting the stimulus checks?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they were coming there to pick up their mail. So yes, they can vote. They can still get mail even though they are homeless. And if they have a voter registration that's valid, they are allowed to vote.
Thank you so much.
I wonder if it's more so too, if you're thinking of it as a candidate, who's more likely to have like transportation or means to be able to get to the polls. And so if I have limited resources and I'm looking at a super voter versus, someone who was housed versus someone who was unhoused, if I have to split resources or like target that resource, is like, will it be better spent here with a person who can get there versus somebody who can't? Now, here's the other thing too. Could they bus them there or help them with their absentee ballot or things like that? I don't know what the rules are.
look, man, them people, I'm gonna just tell y'all, we got people who come to the pantry from as far as Flagler downtown, all the way up to Miami Gardens. They get to that pantry every day on 43rd and 12th
So you're
Street.
saying they got away?
They got away. That trolley be full.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You
The
right.
trolley, the bus stop is right there in front, so they got the trolley system. They can get on the trolley.
So
They know
Papa
how to
P,
do it.
when you run for office again, you need to go
But
down to
they'll
Camilla's
vote.
house.
That's what I'm saying. So to the point, when we talk about food, right? But to that point, we had a meeting for the trolley, for transit in the trolley, right? Because they gonna redo the trolley lines.
Mhm.
We made sure that transit, for one, if they couldn't make it to the meeting, we made sure that they made it, the transportation folks came out and did the surveys, because everything is about the surveys now, right? So if they don't have a phone, they can't do a survey. So we made sure they had access for that. And at the end of the day, we had about 20 people in the trolley meeting. So it's not about whether they can or cannot. At least we got to give them the access to it, let them know it's available. Now it's on them. Just like it's on the mother who got 3 kids and she got to pick and choose between this community meeting tonight or to feed my children, put my children
That
back, you know what I'm saying, to sleep. So it's the same kind of thing, you know what I mean? I want to say about Kendrick. Kendrick actually got experience. I think it's in a federal, on a federal level.
As an intern though.
Yeah, but still he got experience. He been lobbying, you know what I'm saying? And when you think about lobbyists, politicians,
But do you rate internships and entry-level jobs over people who have been working for decades and years?
I'm not rating it on the same level, but who does the real work a lot of times?
The intern,
the
because I don't
politician or the chief of
intern.
staff and the intern.
Woo!
I'm telling you, as a person
But y'all,
who did this, because I go through all the A's.
yeah, well,
I never really talked to them on that real level like that, unless I know them, majority of them, but I built the relationships with
that's a great point. Y'all, but y'all know I be trying to play advocate, right? Like I talk, because it makes a good conversation. It does.
I think, James, you mentioned the R word, relationships. And I think the issue that I have with Mr. Meek is that I've never heard of him. Born and raised in South Florida.
That's the biggest problem.
I've been an educator in Brown County schools. since 2000. And so the first time I saw him was when they had the forum. And I have no problem with legacy and people carrying on the tradition of the parent, but what type of relationship do you have with the people where we can send you to Tallahassee and you can fight for the people? Because Sharon has that relationship.
That's true.
Oliver has that relationship.
Hell, Rob Areen out of the relationship. Y'all know him. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But I remember after the forum, I went to Facebook to to be his friend, and he approved it. But I didn't see any previous posts or anything. And we know when it comes to Facebook, if we ain't got no mutual friends and I don't recognize your posts, scam likely.
So y'all want me to?
And I'm not saying that's him.
Talk about scam likely.
I don't see any connection.
Okay.
So I think it needs a few more mango seasons.
Come on now, Miami. Come on. I said that too. I know, he's from the crib.
And then this will be a good experience for him.
Okay, we got it. We get the mic over to Pretty in Pink. Pretty in Pink and White.
This is Politic and Chill with Janae Tate here, and we are live at Coast Space Miami Gardens.
My God, Papa Key.
Okay.
Go.
So I actually have a couple of points from what you all said. Hopefully I can remember all of them. So the last thing, what he was saying about Kendrick Beat. So one thing about these surveys they've been sending out, you get a whole lot of tea from the surveys. Because it'll say, who are you likely to vote for? And then it'll say, okay, well, this person did this, and this. Are you still more likely to vote for them? So the surveys alone are shady.
That's true.
Also, when it comes to one of the surveys I got yesterday, it was saying that he just registered to vote.
They said that?
Yes, in the survey. It was like, so do you still want to vote? And then it was like, would you still vote? Would you be more likely to vote for him now? Like, I didn't even know that. It was saying he had.
Are they doing attack ads like surveys now?
No. They definitely are.
I never got surveys before, and this year I got like.
Me too. They survey monkey in it and up.
Also, we talked about the paid ads, but what I don't like is the social media from the supporters.
Ooh, me either.
They are really going in the gutter.
They nasty.
When it comes to what the things that they're putting out. So one thing I want to say, he said he's in 20 and they got a whole lot.
We getting into 20 next week.
Oh, we're gonna say that for next week.
Yeah, next week is we doing Broward County.
The favorite candidates yesterday talking about I never agreed with Trump before now. You know, like what? So it's just a whole mess. There was something else I want to say. I can't remember.
If we can come back to you.
Okay,
This like word on the street, right?
a couple of things. When we talk about Kendrick Meek Jr., to not know the Meek name is like crazy because his grandmother carried me. Was in the trenches.
She carried him,
state and federal, for a very long time. So we have to educate ourselves and then begin to educate the people that surround us.
Come on now.
That's right. And I honestly tell you, I'm an educator and I started going to a lot of civic engagement trainings that I didn't know about, and I'm a teacher. But nevertheless, we have to start educating ourselves so we can make the people that surround us a little bit smarter. You don't want to be the smartest person in your group because then that's a problem, right? So also when it comes to them with 24 and all of these people, it just seems like some of them should have stepped back and stuck around for local elections before you start going to the federal level, because most people don't realize and understand the importance of elections is locally. Before you even get to what's federal, it's local. What happens to us is right here. Who's in Dade County? That's what's affecting our everyday lives. And we be so focused on the president, and we're not worrying about who's over here in Miami Gardens that's allowing this traffic foolishness to go on. Or those that's down in the city of Miami that keep pushing Hispanics to be on, positions with a whole lot of money. Hispanics with no college degrees. But if it was a black person or a brown person, you got a hard way to go to get a $35,000 a year job.
So we need to start educating ourselves a little bit more so that we can touch the people that's around us and understand that it happens here at home first, and then we can worry about what's happening at the federal level.
Hallelujah.
I see a lot of clapping, a lot of clapping, a lot of clapping.
Come on. Wait. We got one back there.
So I wish I could get on camera. Papa Keith, Janae, y'all doing a service for people, letting people talk. But I want to address one thing before I point things out. So, yes, the young man, Mr. Meek, young Kendrick Meek Jr., he is riding on grandma and pops. Okay. But the question that I have for all of us and people in the audience is, we don't admonish the Bushes, the Clintons, Lindsey Graham and his sister. So as people of color, we need to be very mindful. And some of y'all have good points. That, man, one more mango season. This young man talked about, he talks to the interns and the staffers because they are the ones that do the work. He has a point. But what I want to ask us.
Wait. Can I say this?
Yes.
Paul Wilson.
But
Paul Wilson. He could have jumped in that 24 race if he wanted to. So we're not saying that it's against, like, here's me, I believe in black nepotism, let's just be clear. But what I'm saying is
make it make sense.
Yeah, get the experience. So I just wanted to jump in and say that because there is another example of somebody with a powerful political last name in this election that didn't jump to run for president.
And when I say that, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. I'm just saying make it make sense.
But finish your point.
No. Yeah. All of it is valid. I just want us to think globally. Black folks, right? The other hue does it, and we don't think about it.
Yeah, because you mentioned it.
But aren't we different from them?
Yes, but
aren't we? I'ma just say, and my white followers, aren't we a little? We the original people. Oh, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but
can I say that? Can I say that? Okay. I'ma just say it, and this is me talking not hollow news. I feel like this when it comes to black people, I just feel like we have a different moral, communal, like we have a different code that we live by. So even though we gotta play within their rule in this world system, it's just certain things y'all like, especially some of us who work in corporate America and around non-blacks. Don't y'all be feeling some sort of way sometimes the way they move? You like, this just don't even feel natural to me to even want to move like this. Like, I don't want to stab somebody in the back and then smile in their face the next day. Like, that stuff just don't feel right. Because there's the other thing, because then you got to meet me in a parking lot. You finna stab me in the back.
It reminded me of something to your point. It's like when your parents will let you go by somebody else and they say, don't you embarrass me. So it's sort of like that. Clearly the Bushes didn't care for you. You understand?
And they have the complexion for the protection, let's be clear.
Right. So with us, it's like, don't you embarrass us out there. Like we say that. So to her point, like we want our best to go out there and represent. You understand what I'm saying?
Great point. I just think that what this young man talked about, he was a lobbyist. He was an intern. These people really are the behind the scenes workers. So if we're gonna, and look, I'm in a whole nother, I live like in, I'm not even gonna say the district, but it's down south, so I can't vote here anyway, even though my mom and my daddy did. But the point that I'm making here is that yes, we should be at a high plane because our hue says we must when we step on the stage. But that young man is just young. He's not untested.
Okay.
So let's be clear.
Yeah, but it still goes to the point of, like, you said the key word, he's young. what's the rush? And I'm not speaking from my perspective.
When
I'm
it
just
comes to,
saying,
and here's the thing,
what's the rush?
anybody
Why
has,
now?
anybody has the right to run, and that's why he
Yeah.
can and he is, right? But let's look at it like this, because aren't these like experienced jobs and there's different levels to it? So do you want the first year out of medical school surgeon, or do you want the one that's been doing it for 20 years to do your surgery, to do some? That's all we saying. Here's the thing, and this is what I actually like what I feel like Kendrick with time, like I think he will definitely be a leader if he stay here and not go back to DC. But I really like his ideas. I like his energy. I think he could.
I do too.
Yeah, I just feel like you said, he needs a few more mango seasons, right? I really want to see him get groomed and really get acclimated in the community, because he will be an asset from with what he knows. I don't know if jumping into a congressional seat right the very first time, especially too, this is Miami. This not Biloxi. This is not flyover state. This is Miami. Like, this is big leagues. Like, we need somebody who could like get in there. And here's the thing, we asked him what high school he went to. He kind of avoided that question. I heard he went to school. This is me allegedly. They said he went to school in DC. Allegedly.
Listen. There's a lot of other candidates. There's a lot of other candidates and a lot of things that we can peel back. You know what I'm saying? So let's open it up to some more questions.
Welcome, hey girlfriend.
Hello, everybody.
What's up?
I'm Carla Moore. Some of you guys know. I'm also a registered lobbyist of 17 years. I'm a community activist and organizer, because it started with organizing first. So yes, we used to bus people to the polls. All my church bands in the whole day in Broward County, I was signing up. Hey, who need to ride to the polls? Because it's called Get the Vote Out. So there is a way to get people to the polls. Don't let nobody tell y'all black people don't vote. We vote when we have vested interest in something, right? What I want to say as a registered lobbyist, this session, I actually brought my children with me. I've been lobbying for over 17 years. My kids know I'm a lobbyist, but they don't know what I do. They tell people, I think my mama do something in government. I don't know what she do. So 15 and 13, this was their first time traveling with me to Tallahassee, and I actually let them speak. So they picked agenda items, did the research, and went and advocated. Let me share something with y'all. Every person on the dais stopped my children and said, we need more black people to show up and speak.
Ooh.
So we are in the room talking right now, but we ain't at the state talking.
That part.
And then we have a lot of performative politics. And I want to address that, because you have a lot of people who get in position and it's about having a title. So when they get to the state level, they're intimidated by the education of their peers on the dais. Because one thing about our Republicans is they're going to be ready with their research and that data and the metrics, okay? They study the numbers, and our candidates this year disappointed. I'm telling y'all, I was there. I don't know if anybody else in the room are lobbyists? Okay, I was physically there, and I was highly disappointed. It was very performative politics. People wanted to have a soapbox and talk about rights and things that was not necessarily bringing money back down. I put you there to bring appropriations down to the community, and that's what I expect you to do. I don't want you up there talking about how they're mistreating black people. That's our job. We do that here. We do that as community activists. We do that as community organizers. We make sure that we hold people accountable at the local level, grassroots level. I see my grassroots people in here. That's what we do. So I don't expect me to give you a vote to go to Tallahassee to do what we do. I expect you to do what you do well. So I want them to be more educated. I want them to go and have better coaches. So many of us in here have like a lot of education, and I want to really coach and groom some of our politicians. Like you said, they go there green, thinking their name and the fact that they got voted in is enough. When I spoke to public officials in Tallahassee, they said Miami had the worst politicians.
Ooh. Not the worst.
I'm not just talking about public administrators. I'm talking about black folk like us who work in the city and see some of the best come through there. Been there 20, 30 years. I said, how you feel about
our Miami representatives, they said, girl, that's the whole day. They suck. They come unprepared, they run their mouth and do a lot of performing, but we ain't bringing no money back to our district. I'm trying to make phone calls to bring money down. I also work in human trafficking. I save young ladies. I work with missing and exploited kids. One of the few Black women in the state who's an actual licensed practitioner. I go and I ask for funding. Chevron called his phone 50 times, couldn't get an answer.
Oh, girl.
But we're number 2 in human trafficking and number 3 in missing children in the whole nation. If that's not an important cause, you can't answer your phone for that or have one dialogue with me because I'm always prepared. I'm gonna bring you the metrics. I'm gonna bring you what you need. So I make it easy for you because I'm actually skilled at what I do, right? But when you have a politician who sits on the dais and don't do their due diligence, and you want to sit up there talking about what the Republicans doing, listen, my kids say they're so distasteful. My children was watching. That was the feedback. My kids was like, why is they up there arguing? They look ignorant. They're not even talking about the topic. These are the things that my children picked up. Like, that was so off topic. What does that have to do with what we're talking about? But why are we choosing people who are not well-groomed? So I'm not here to talk about who to vote for, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm neutral because I don't get the people to vote. I'm not who to vote for. That's not my role, right? That's what you guys are here for. Y'all doing a great job. But what I want to do is I want to educate more people about the process of policy analysis. You have people at the state level who are assigned to each politician when they get into these roles. They have policy analysts who's supposed to be sitting there studying everything to tell them, give them heads up like, hey, jump on this bill right here because your district is affected by it. I ain't hearing none of that this session. I ended up having to stay a third week. I've never had to go to Tallahassee for more than 2 weeks. 3 weeks because they couldn't make decisions. I'm watching the politicians in there with bullhorns and performing and talking about Trump shouldn't have his name on the building. You're president, every president gets built. Why are we arguing about that? What about the money that we need in your district? I'm not hearing those conversations. I'm hearing them like on the soapbox, like we gonna show y'all that we bought our Black folk. We don't need them there doing that. And we need them bringing the money back.
Can Carla, here's the thing. So let's be clear, Black people, especially here, y'all know that there have been elected officials, to her point, that have brought back millions of dollars to their district. And because they had to work with the other side of the aisle, they have gotten voted out. And I'm like, to me, although even with that, I feel like he could have played that more politically. You don't have to let them parade you out for certain things. Just be like, hey, we finna compromise, right? So I'm like this. I feel like this, and sometimes I feel like the politicians feel like we're dumb or we won't get it. If you told me, yo, Janae, I know he may be a part of the KKK, I don't even know, but I need to bring back $2 billion back to this district. I don't believe in what he's saying, but I had to work with him to get this done. This is what it is. This is how I bring back, as she said, appropriations back to the district.
You don't have a choice. So
They're super majority, super Republican. You have to work with them.
And I tell people, newsflash, y'all, you know Republicans got Black people in their districts too, right? You know that, right? So when I say that they're metrics based, I actually presented the legislation to a Republican this year, Fabian Basabe. And it was to build a cancer prevention center here in North Miami. All right, we got a lot of public health clinics, but they don't have the tools like MRI, CAT scan, and all that to catch cancer early. So I propose that they bring appropriation dollars down to fund one of our public health clinics so we would be the first in Florida to have a cancer prevention center. Wait a minute, cancer prevention is huge right now on legislation. Why? Because our governor's wife is big into cancer reform.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we know, see, this is what I'm talking about being educated with policy. You gotta go with what you know. Do Black people, are they affected by cancer?
Yes.
Of course.
So why wouldn't we jump on the bandwagon? Why are we up here with bullhorns talking about Trump name on the airport? And we not jumping bandwagon with the policies that make sense and we know we're gonna have a home run.
Yeah, that's so crazy because I felt that same way about Alligator Alcatraz. Remember I called you? I'm like, what are you doing there? I mean, I'm not calling nobody's name, but I'm like, yo, what are you doing there?
I think I posted something about it. and a black guy came in my comments. I can't remember who it was. He was just like, the jails in Dade County look just as horrible. How many of y'all took jail tours to the prison facilities that we're actually in? And when he commented that, I said, you know what? You got a point.
But it just goes to the performativeness and, you know, what you said. But thank
you so much, Carla, for breaking that down.
That was so educational. Thank you.
And I hope because you know they be watching. I wish that they, like I said, if they actually explain to us why they had to make certain decisions, I think they'd be afraid that if they're seen linked with certain Republicans to get certain things done, that they're not going to get elected and the community won't understand, or to maybe use as an attack ad. However, you know, word to Funky Dineva, it's like you spill your tea before somebody else. Like you tell the story. So if you come to the community first and say, hey, I had to work with such and such, I don't believe in this, but aren't you happy this nonprofit got this money? Or I got this money for entrepreneurs or healthcare and all these different things. I had to work with them. And I think that we would see a difference in voter apathy if we actually started seeing things for us brought back.
Yeah.
Because if you feel like I'm never getting anything done, and you're never bringing me anything back, why am I going to take my time off of work? Some of us can't get off the time to go to work. Why would I take the time to get away from my family to go sacrifice and go vote, even though we should do it? But I understand people having jobs and lives and not making that a priority, especially when they never see anything change.
How many jobs you work for that you don't like your coworkers, so you don't like the business or the company
that part.
But you still have to make that money. So when I hear things about, oh, this person got this money from this company, or in politics in general, I don't think there's anywhere that you're gonna go.
But that's why the campaign finance hit ads were so silly to me.
Dirty money.
Yeah.
It's politics. At the end of the day, you have to do what you have to do.
Because we ain't got the money to fund their stuff.
Right.
So it's like,
you're not going to me or any of us in here and getting $10,000 or $15,000 at one time, unless we're local celebrities or the lead princes of the world.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not gonna happen. So you have to go somewhere to get this funded. But like I said earlier, like, this is taken away from what the real issues are. We're not educating our communities on what policies or things that need to happen, because we're living in a soap opera right now. We're living in the real life housewives of Miami.
Somebody said it's Power Miami edition. Ghost, Tommy, rock everybody. Yeah.
So I agree completely with, I'm not gonna say any names, but in terms of understanding how the government works, I think it is the responsibility of, like you mentioned earlier, the nonprofit organizations, because realistically, those of you in the room in here, I can say you understand the history, you understand what it took to get to this point. But there's a lot of people that do not understand what it took for us to have the right to even vote. I do tours, like I'm here at Coast States, but I also do tours with Kita MIA tours. And you'll be surprised when people take that tour, just the story of us even being incorporated as a city, that was done with the Black vote.
Yep.
So people don't understand the importance of our vote, and it's very important that we do have systems in place, whether it's classes or something, to teach people how the policies are actually structured. Because we're talking, but once these elections are done, we're going back to our everyday life, and we're not, what programs are in place for us to learn, to prepare for the next, like, realistically, because once this is over, are we gonna lose what's gonna happen?
Can I talk about this? And this is Dr. Claude Anderson. I think that's him.
Yep.
But yeah, so he had this like different things that
Story House.
Yes. And can I say this? And I'm not gonna even, it may be a little biased, but we don't support Black-owned media.
No.
Y'all do. I'm gonna give y'all that. The 12 people watching online, y'all do. But so the gap that we stand in, when you think about, I know some people don't like certain outlets, but I'm gonna name them because they've been around for 100 years. When we think about the Miami Times or Ebony or Essence, Chicago Defender, Houston Defender, like I'm naming Black-owned media, Black-owned local newspapers, Black-owned things, MIA Magazine, West Side Gazette, Papa Keith Live, High Low News. What we can do to educate, especially with them taking stuff out of the schools. However, and I'm gonna just be real. My mama don't even know this. I don't even think I told Tamila this. We was talking about this today. What I told you today, I said, if I don't see something change,
don't say it.
Don't say it.
Don't.
But I feel like this.
Do not say it.
Don't say it.
Don't speak it into existence.
It's not even about speaking it into existence.
Don't say it.
I want to be real.
I'm asking you. Please.
Don't say it.
Please don't.
Well, y'all can kind of tell what it.
Right.
All I'm gonna say is.
Roland Martin does say it a million times. Okay, for you. So
yes.
Right.
So all I'm gonna say is, and it's not even speaking it into existence. It's just the community, the businesses, the powers that be. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Y'all seen how many interviews I've done? 3 people have decided to do advertising with me. I've done probably 20 articles at this point. I've been covering local elections for 16 years, just as a newspaper reporter. High Low News has been around for 11 years. A lot of people think we knew. I've been doing this for 11 years. Every election cycle, I have been interviewing people. And the reason why I let a certain somebody come in, because as soon as that person ran for office, I ain't got that much, but I'm gonna do an ad with you. That means something. You get what I'm saying? Like they value the platform, right? But that's few and far between. And it's not a pay for play, right? We still have our editorial identity. But if you're gonna spend with Channel 10 and Channel 7 and Miami Herald and Facebook ads, and I'm sitting here giving you free commercials, y'all be talking on my podcast for 30, 40 minutes because you can't run it up with Glenna Milberg that long. Channel 7 ain't gonna give you that long. But they'll come on Question and Answer and speak for a long time. They'll come on Papa Keith Live and speak for a long time. And we give them that. We let you cook. And my ads ain't even that much money. And I know what they spend and I know what they raise. So if you tell them you can't spend a few $100s with Black-owned media, something that sustains me, I'm employing people from my community, I'm giving information that you don't see anywhere else. And we could stand in that gap, especially in the education space, because I own it. I own my platform. Nobody can't tell me what to put on there. So if you come and tell me, hey, I have this story out there, this thing, this information we should get out there, I say yes. Go to the Miami Herald and see if they'll do it.
So you know what it is too? I don't know if pump fake is the right word, but what happens is that a lot of them try to portray like they have the control and the white boys are controlling the money. The white boys are controlling the money, so if they're controlling the money, guess where it's going?
I would say this, especially for people who are watching, who are here, your voices matter. I would say this, if you want to see a change, especially, and I'm just talking from Black-owned media, be like, are you advertising on such and such? Are you not just going over there and getting earned media, but are you spending your dollars? Because I know you raising $400. I'm gonna say somebody raised a couple of $100,000. I told them about advertising. They told me we have no money. So to tell me we have no money, we don't have the budget for it. I was like, I just saw your press release though. You sent it directly to me and you have no money. Okay. Oh, it's accounted for. Oh, all right. Okay. I'd rather you just told me I don't want to do it. Don't tell me you ain't got no money.
Can I tell you the other side of that too? Can I tell you the other side of that, Janae, that you're not mentioning yet? Is that let us say something that's not in their favor.
Ooh.
They'll find the money then to, you know what I mean? So that's the like.
But see, here's the other thing too, and I've talked about this with the publisher of the Miami Times. We cover Black people year round, good, bad, ugly, but a lot of good. A lot of from the car wash to the this, y'all sending me all type of stuff. If anytime you want to be critical about something that's actually happening, it's like you never loved them. It's like you never existed. It's like any of the goodwill that you did never existed, and I'm never coming back over here. And here's the other thing too. White-owned media criticize them as well. White-owned media puts exactly right, if not worse, and they will keep going back over there. They will keep valuing you, and I don't understand that logic. And shout out to the few electeds out there that get it. But here's the other thing too. They have media budgets. How much of that do y'all think they spending with Black-owned media or local media? You know, not because they do spend it with local, but Black-owned media.
I'm gonna, I just wanna jump in real quick because I hear your frustration, and I'm gonna take this opportunity to affirm you that what you're doing, you may not see the numbers, but the significance of what you're doing is important. The significance of what you're doing. I know in the media business, I know it's driven by numbers, I know it's driven by ad dollars, I know all that. But when I'm in the parking lot at Best Buy listening to your commentary about the candidates, while I'm driving with my kids in the car, it says to me that I need to hear your voice. Because like you said, nobody else in the city, nobody else on the channels that we watch is saying what we need to say. So I'm taking this time to affirm you right now, because I know it's hard for a Black woman, and not only that, but you are authentically yourself, and we need that. Because I need my daughter to see that she don't need to put on for nobody else. That she can go live and say what's on her mind. So I'm gonna take this moment to affirm you. Do not grow weary in doing well.
Grow stronger.
You keep it up. This relationship that you have with us, relationship that you have with Papa Key, because you have a national voice right next to you. Right next to you. And this election is a pivotal election. And because of your voice and platform that you give, Dr. Gallen loves to go on your platform.
He's one of, I didn't want to say names.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
No, you can, but
I'm gonna say the name.
I'm getting emotional because, you know, we just had this conversation earlier, and it's really tough.
Yeah.
And everybody got their stuff, right? But I got to come on, and we got to come on and be, you know, we talk about mental health behind the scenes. Man, last year was so tough, y'all. And I really, so just thank you, because it's that fuel. And I enjoy this. Like, I love doing this. I love giving y'all this information. I love telling our stories. I love Black people. I just feel like we all deserve to have our stories told with dignity and respect, right? And authentically. But it's tough when I'm thinking about how I pay my employees and how I pay myself, and also balancing just life with that. And then when I got a comment today where somebody said something today to me, and it kind of threw me off. I kind of had to kind of get back into this. They were like, "Oh, I've been hitting you up for years, and I couldn't get an interview, and I even hit you up a few months ago." And I was just like, God forbid I'm human and I didn't see it. Also, too, I went back and tried to check messages. You haven't even contacted me in like 2 or 3 years. And then sometimes it feels like it doesn't matter how hard I try to be everything or try to answer every call, it's just still not enough. And then I still get criticized. And sometimes it's like, is this worth it? I'm like, are they even reading it? Are they watching it? Or do they care that I'm pushing myself to do interviews 4 or 5 times a week for no pay, just because I feel like this information, because to me, and we keep our content free. How many local news sites are behind a paywall? What we do. I'm like, it's important to me to keep it free so that somebody just searching, working on their ballot, or they at the voting booth, oh, and Hello News pops up and they can do a quick research on somebody. Like, it's important to do that, but it gets hard, because there's other things you can do to make more money. Like, let's just be clear.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But thank you. Afterwards, I would like to know your name. Thank you for that.
That was very nice. Clap it up, man. It is a lot, and not to expound on it, but it's like you're seeing what's happening live here, right? You see everything running right here. But when this is over, I have to go produce that.
Yeah,
you know
it doesn't stop.
And then I have to cut it up, and I have to post it, and even me, I'm doing these things myself, because even with mine, and you always hear us say labor of love.
Yes.
Every show. Labor of love
That means we're not getting paid.
We're not getting paid.
We have no advertisers. We're like, yes.
No
I mean, thank God for my grants and a few people, you know, but it's since especially that part podcast right now, like we don't have advertisers for that part. So that means that this is sweat equity. This is our own money that we're investing to do this.
Yes, no producer. All of this, thanks shout out to Coach Space, but all of this, we did it. We set it up. Y'all watched this.
Yeah, like literally, like we was
shout out to Tamila as well.
Yes, shout out to we gonna get them their hands. We gotta give everybody their hands, right?
I know we got a little bit off, man.
Sorry,
this
y'all.
is about y'all, but
Man,
thank you so much.
Thank y'all. I'm trying to think if there anything else. Okay.
Microphone. We won't be able to hear you.
Oh, you don't want that on the, okay.
Okay, I see why now.
But, okay. And there's one last little juicy topic that I wouldn't be messy me if I didn't bring it up, but we're gonna get into it.
I am new and I'm learning. That's why I've been listening.
Welcome.
And I did for the first time go to Tallahassee this year. I had a chance to go twice. And I thank you for everything you said, because you gave some perspective. But I do want to say though, that I think that yes, the money is important to bring back to your community, but we also need to be mindful of how that money is being gotten. Because some of those same people, what they did, they voted against us to get that money. And so we have to check how they're voting. Because I find that, and I'm gonna be very careful here, sometimes they'll do a one-on-one deal with you, when you go visit them, they love that. Oh, come and talk to me, what can I do for you? But I don't want you to do just for me. I want you to do for my people, for my community. And so when you come and you want to help me one-on-one, but then when you go to vote and I'm watching how you voting, and you're voting against the thing that I asked you to please support, or you're supporting the thing I asked you to vote against. So we have to be mindful of how are these people voting.
Agreed.
Because look where we are as a child. Miami-Dade County was blue. And look at us now. And so we have to be mindful.
But do we blame that on the Hispanics or the Black people?
Both. I would say both. I want to. That's true too, but it's a lot of us that do not go out and vote, and that's the real issue. So I want to just say to both of you to continue to do what you're doing because you're God blessed. And I say that to you because for those of us that work in the public sector, we are the ones that's the least paid, the least, we feel the least appreciated, but the most needed. So don't stop doing what you're doing. And when we talk about how we can reach people to have these conversations that we need to start having in our community, from Florida City to the county line, it needs to start happening. Whether you're at the grocery store and you're stopping and chit-chatting with a girlfriend, at the hairdresser, at the barber shop, any place in any space is where these conversations need to start happening. I said I'm an educator, so sometimes I'm like always on my soapbox with parents about, I see you all in the park and the park is full, but open house, you're not here. I need you here if you need me to educate your child. I can't do this on my own. You have to be the one that comes out and stand with me. I'm gonna be with you, but I need your help. So we have to start wherever we are, in the grocery store, on the corner street, wherever it is. We have to start having these conversations and making people aware and giving them the knowledge that they need, because a lot of times people just don't know. I've heard 70, 75-year-old, 65-year-old people saying that they didn't know that the commissioners have meetings every week.
Wow.
They didn't know. So you don't know that they're making decisions about your neighborhood every single week. So we need to just start educating wherever we are. It doesn't matter, wherever we are. Just get on your soapbox and start talking, spreading the word, each one, teach one. We gotta get back to the village. We have to get back to the village.
Yeah.
Well, for that part podcast, we have advertising, so we don't have a subscription yet, but maybe that's something we need to look into. You can do super chats on YouTube.
Well, like Janae said earlier, we always set it up in a way to make it, free 99 and just make it simple and free, and because we're just trying to get people engaged, you know what I mean? So anything that might make them feel obligated or anything, we kind of remove that out of it.
But I think what she's saying too, and Roland is a great example of that, and even Don Lemon too. If you can do like you can become like a Lemon head or part of the what's the name of Roland Martin's the fan club. So
we got them numbers though to do that.
I don't know, but we may need to figure. I will say this. So for that part podcast, we haven't set it up yet, but I will say this: High Low News is in the process of updating our website, and we will be launching a membership. Our content will remain free, but we will have a membership for people who want to support us. We'll have different perks and things to support our members. So within the next 2 months, I'll be launching and rolling that out, because that is the other thing too, is like building the audience and just going directly to the people and kind of circumventing just having to always rely on advertisers and grants.
Because a lot of times with those things, it comes with criteria. So for instance, in order to be able to do that on YouTube or on TikTok, you have to have a certain amount of followers. You have to do it for a certain amount of time. And so
but you can do it on Patreon though. There's different outlets that you can circumvent it. Patreon is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we should probably do a Patreon.
All right.
I forgot about that.
Thank you so much.
Nice seeing you. You right, because I don't donate it to Roland a couple of times, but it's just for the love.
It's something to think about, because maybe some people in this room, myself, when I thought about it, I said, we could donate a little something to you every month or whenever we can to keep you going. So it's something to think about, finding a way. So you're still free, but those who can and who want to.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Y'all gonna drop that cash. That's all I'm saying.
So
put it up.
All right, well, let me tell you my cash app. No,
She gonna put up now.
We should.
It would be like $1 million.
We should.
Hey, every little bit. That's how Obama got. It's every
That's
little
true,
bit.
too.
Yeah.
We should get into what major concerns people have with this upcoming election.
What are they? What are they?
Major concerns.
Affordability.
Housing and food and medicine.
Gotcha.
Any other major like things that
concerns, things that you would actually sway your vote on, and things that matter to you the most?
Accountability. Ooh, that's a good one.
That's my favorite word. Who said that? Oh, Camilla.
The thing is, they trick us into thinking, well, not me, because I know better, but they trick us into thinking that these are the big topics we need to be concerned with. But it's just a distraction, because why do you care who's with who in their bedroom? Why do you care what they do with what they got going on personally? When you can't, you got to choose between food and medicine. That's what you need to be concerned with. So if they didn't get us on us being conservative as far as our social lives are concerned, because let's be honest, Black people, we are religious, we believe in God, so therefore we need to vote with people that also are pushing this. Meanwhile, they got 5 kids from 4 different women, and they cheated on this one, that kind of stuff, but you voted for them because they said that they support this and they support that, and I wish we would get away from that. But going back to what she was saying, like, can you set up a school for grown folks? Because
I think this means all the time.
I would sign up for that.
Me too.
One of the things is
If she could
when
set
it
up a
comes to
school
me,
to
like,
educate us.
I really appreciate this format that you all did. As soon as I heard about it, she could tell you, I was like, I'm signing up. Because every time I come into Coach Space, we're talking about political stuff. So
Thank
this
you,
is what
Coach
I
Space.
do.
Thank you for sharing that with your
Yeah,
members.
so I appreciate this because most of the conversations I have about political stuff, I can't have it with my peers because they're not paying attention.
And that's what this space was
older
for.
folks that are
This space was for.
retired.
Thank you.
And that's my circle because I can talk politics with them. So I appreciate this.
Thank
No,
you.
we appreciate
so
you.
much.
For real.
Politics and chill.
Right? For real. I need another glass of water.
Okay, you can finish and I got a little question. I got a question for y'all.
Red. Thank you, Shamilla.
I'm not drinking no more. Y'all already got me crying on the World Wide Web. Sure. I'm a thug. No, I'm just saying.
Thugs cry.
Tears,
Thugs
thug
cry.
tears. Wait. Wait, did we have a question or a comment? Oh, okay. You want?
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I love y'all. I don't want to put nobody down, but I would be remiss if I did not say something about all of this misinformation swirling around in here. The reason why I clap so loudly about educating yourself, don't believe everything you hear. Because it sounds good. Don't make it be so. People's voting records are public records. Go online and look it up for yourself. Don't believe what I tell you. And just so you know the way this works in the state, they only have a certain amount of bills that they can put out there. Everybody that calls, my dog is lost, they can't do a bill to buy your dog. It just don't work like that. Because it's important to you, don't mean it's important. They have to represent everybody. Black, white, yellow, whatever. So I'm trying so hard not to.
So there's a person. I didn't know everybody hated them like that. It's been a lot of. I ain't gonna say the name. So when y'all started hating this person like this? When y'all started, do y'all feel like people feel like this they get back time?
No, it's always been that. It's always been that.
They are now.
Look,
I ain't never seen this much hatred.
I'm so lost. Do they have hair? Do they don't have hair? Help me out.
They don't have hair.
Thank you.
We sitting here listed. So I'm saying it's very hard for some political consultants, finance managers for major campaigns not to say anything because a lot of this.
We know all these people. We know the people. We know the things.
But all the things.
Again, to go on my sister can't be seen on, for all of those reasons. This is there's so much emotion and there are so many things that are not imagined. So there's reasons why a lot of this energy is going in the way that it's going. Because those that are in the know and that are really tied to a lot of it have seen the things behind the scenes. We're listening to you.
So why wasn't it said in previous election cycles? Because if that's always been what it is, then why do they keep getting elected?
I got the answer for you.
You got an answer for me.
In a black seat, black folks die in the seat. So these folks know that if they don't get in the race today, there will be this congressman for 30 years. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter that they're not qualified, that they're too young. They know that if they don't get in today, one of them is like in his 40s. So he's going to be there 30 years. One of them is 50s. He might be there 30 years. So that is the reason. The heat is because everyone knows if they don't get in today, they gotta go run for dog catcher.
Ooh.
It's gonna be a lot of dog catchers.
I mean, what we waited 16 years? The last one, so that's what they're talking about. Like, I think at the end of the day, I know a lot of things will get put on both sides, right? I've been on the ground, I've been in this room. I ain't gonna tell y'all what way. Y'all know I do audio, video, and live streaming for a living. I done live streamed every last forum there is to make sure we had access, except for maybe one, except for the one at the Miami Herald with the bougie.
Sure, come on
Don't
now.
let me get started. I'm sitting there being quiet all day.
Let them use it.
But at the end of the day, it goes to the point, she left, but we have to start having more of these conversations, and we need to be able to educate ourselves on like everybody else keeps saying. Because what's happening is we don't go to commission meetings, that we don't go to the school board. We don't understand that the money flow from the top with the feds. The state get the money, they slice and dice it up. Local municipalities say this is what we're gonna do with it, right? And then you got the sovereignty between the states, and the Fed may have a rule, the state say this is what we're gonna do with it, right? And then, prime example, I use the highway 95. We all familiar with what happened with 95, right? That was a federal act, the Highway Act, that brought that
tore up Overtown?
Yeah, tore up Overtown. That was a federal act with the money, right? The state was gonna put 95 all the way on the other side. It was gonna be where 75 is at, right? Local downtown lobbyists, downtown Miami, businessmen wanted to expand downtown, and that's the reason why we got it to cut up Overtown. So I just want to make that point clear that it's all connected. We just have to know how. The money come from somewhere, come from the feds. Even with housing legislation, all this affordable housing, it came from them. When they was getting sued left and right by all the projects, because the kids was dying in the projects, and people started getting smart and started suing them and getting, not on a criminal level, but on a civil level, because it was public housing and they didn't make it safe for them. And people got smart, got lawyers, and they started suing them. So that's why they switched out, say, hey, we gotta go to affordable housing. We can put it on the developers, this on y'all now. So, and this is the thing that's been happening, but I think we need to have more conversations, and we also need to be paying attention, so they won't be able to do all this misinformation if we paying attention. And I think, like I said, because we kind of like do it in a haphazard way, or when elections come, we pay attention. That's how we can get all this misinformation.
You mean big elections?
Yeah.
They don't pay attention to local elections.
Yeah, exactly.
Who that is back there?
Yeah, I can hold it for a minute. So, one of the things that I think that we need to be educated on that happens the day of elections is what's on the ballot. We always wait to the day of when they're handing us information on what to check this and what to check that, and then we're trying to rush to make those decisions right then and there. I think ahead of time, we need to know what is on the ballot, how it affects us, how it helps us, good or indifferent. Like, we need to know that information ahead of time before we get to the polls, so we know how to make better informed decisions opposed to what pamphlet that someone's giving us and telling us what to vote on, because everybody's interest is different. So I think that's some of the things that we need to talk about as well, is what's coming up on this ballot, because this is in August, is right around the corner.
Including judges.
Judges, we're going to be covering that. Thank you. Judges.
Who's against us, all those things.
So I feel like this. I think it looks like something independent outside of us waiting on Superman. Like, I think, to your point, and I don't know if this person want us to, we shouted her out for what she's doing to organize people in Miami Gardens, right? And that's not an official nonprofit who's getting all this funding. It's like, hey, I want to organize these people because this is what matters. And I'm almost like, does it look like that? Does it look like us organizing ourselves, where it looks like a mixture, a hybrid between social and in-person versus, like certain groups, certain information. I'm gonna keep saying this, empowering Black-owned media, and supporting Black-owned media, allowing us to stand in that information gap and be able to, spread information for you as well. I think it's a combination of those things. And I think that amongst us, I call us the 10%, the people who are engaged. Maybe it starts with us with saying, hey, it looks like this. Maybe it's something like where we're like, hey, we want to get together and I take this information back to my barbershop or my church or my family and spreading information. But I think that it may have to start with us organizing ourselves and stop waiting for these big advocacy groups or nonprofits or politicians or businesses to save us. I think we have to save ourselves.
So with that being said, MP, tell us how everything went last night.
Are you okay with that?
No, we want to know from you real quick how we just
Are you
based on what
okay?
Janae just said.
No.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Maya Passmore.
Oh, you didn't.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No. We were just saying if you didn't want to,
It's okay. I'm just giving a recap. So yesterday was really good. We had a great turnout. It was pretty much packed. Every seat was filled, and I think it was a testament that people are engaged and want to see change. I think in Miami Gardens overall, when you start to talk to residents, there's a lot of people disgruntled. So you begin to hear just the concerns in real time, and I think we've been organizing and just coming to council meetings and talking about different things. And my whole thing was, what's our agenda? Like we're kind of scattered in a little bit of everything, which is not bad, but if we're talking about accountability, it needs to be clear and grounded in what we're holding our elected officials to. So that was the point of last night, and I think we strategized that, and it's something that we'll continue to refine, but we were able to be very clear on what we want, and we'll present that to every elected official, but right now, the people that's asking for our votes, I've learned from organizing initially right now, the most important time is when they want our votes, right? Like that's when they're listening, they're like, what do you need? Once they get elected, it's like, go about your business. So this is such a key time for us to be very, very vocal, very bold and clear on what we want. And that's what this is. It's a reclaiming of just repositioning ourselves so that we're at the forefront of what we want, and they're clear on what we want, so we can hold folks accountable.
That's what's up. Thank you for doing that too.
We have a comment? Yeah.
All right, so I run the page Miami Gardens now, and Maya does not give herself enough credit because she actually started because of the situation that happened in Florida Memorial University. And then she pushed on to start her own, in her community, her own crime watch, which is Venetian Gardens. And then she went on. So she actually, this is how an organizer begins. There was a problem, she needed it solved. The resident, as a resident, she was attending Meet Me Mondays. You know who Meet Me Mondays, and you know what I'm talking about. But she attended Meet Me Mondays and nothing was happening. And when that incident happened, she went ahead and she started to the Venetian Gardens, which now went into Reclaim Miami Gardens last night. And so I just want to say that as someone who's around Miami Gardens,
and kudos to you for the work that you're doing, Miami Gardens. I'm a huge fan.
The voice is, in terms of connecting with the community, you have to see who's out there, actually out there. Because I've done for the past 6 weeks just on the sidewalk, and that's during FIFA. And one of the things that when I sent the letters to all of the council members, the city manager, even commissioner right here in his office, I went over there. No one went over to that sidewalk. It's right there. But everyone's like, yeah. And so then okay, who's paying attention? It's in your community. That's local, close community that I can go to the city council. I can't go to Tallahassee right now, but I can walk over here and talk to these people. And so when they're not connected here, then you start to think, okay, you want to run for X, Y, and Z. Who's really paying attention? I'm not going to say anything. That's your page because you want to you're gonna interview everyone, and I'm just sitting there.
I mean, you can say what you want to say.
No.
You can.
No, I speak my piece in person on my page. I'm gonna just keep it vanilla, as I tell everyone, because I may endorse one particular person, but other than that, I'm not gonna say anything in terms of this.
Yeah, I stopped doing endorsements.
But the reason why is just one, I'm like Papa Keith, me, myself, and I crew. I do the everything there, so I don't need a whole bunch of hula-la. Because you saw when I was on your thing one night, and it was getting a little hot.
I saw you tussling in the comments, girl.
You gotta go there. So I just try to keep it chill, but I pay attention. And so what some of these gentlemen are saying about what's been going on in these here streets have been going on. And even in the last election, if you saw the video where all the police officers came out to the North Dade Regional Library, it's been going on.
You talking about when? Can we wait? Can we talk about? And this is for all the candidates. I'm looking at y'all. Don't have the raunchy, rude, aggressive, shoving papers in your hands, poll workers. Okay, I understand there are certain people that take those jobs and they may not have certain decorum.
That is the trap.
It very much gives trap energy. It gives crackhead energy. They be wrestling you. You gotta dodge and do the little Kim to get around them. They be so aggressive. I do not. Anybody when I go up to North Dade and your team is being nasty, and they be on speakers and mics screaming at each other. I got sent videos with certain people who are about to fight a candidate. It got so ghetto. Please do better. You have a team meeting with your people because we're going to call them out. We sick of them. Ain't y'all sick of them harassing y'all at the polls? I know. I went to North Miami. I went to Caleb Center. I went to the government center. I have not been harassed the way I do at North Dade Regional Library. I don't know. I think they go to the prison and say, this is work release for y'all today. Come hand out and wrestle the people down to the ground.
What happened is that the flea market moved across the street.
It's very much.
Real flea market energy.
But
no, you're good.
In terms of North Dade, people who don't even live in Miami Gardens will come to Miami Gardens just for that. Because they're like, I saw the news. Because the news media shows up for early voting, they go to North Dade.
They do.
And then everyone else comes to North Dade because they hear the music and the this and that. I want to come here. And I ask people, I'm like, why are you coming here? You live in Homestead. I saw it on the news. I got to come over here. And that adds to the chaos and the foolishness. And they don't mean their residents behind the scenes that have been trying to get.
I haven't seen voters, and I be seeing the poll workers go at it.
Oh no, I'm talking about.
You talking about? I've not seen voters.
People who want to vote, they just come there just to see.
Just to see the drama. Yeah. What's the difference? You talking about who work for the Department of Elections? That's for workers. Yeah, no, not them. I mean the people who work for canvassers or the people who work for the candidates. Let's specify that. Y'all knew what I meant. I didn't mean the people inside giving me the I voted sticker. I meant Miss Keisha who wrestled me down to the ground and gave me that voting slate. Who ran me down to my car. I know we gotta wrap it up, y'all. Joy has been very generous. I know we gotta. No. I ain't gonna do that to you.
I got two things.
Y'all watch out.
The first one,
I know, right?
When you mentioned why did people start showing the dislike to certain candidates now? I feel like because sometimes we didn't have another choice.
Hold on. You onto something right there.
So that's number one.
Say what now?
I just said something right here, and I'm so serious.
Look at everybody. That's why I had y'all drink.
Number two, I think what we need to start doing is going to our council people homes, because you know that's public record. Go knock on their door and say, this is my problem.
They may not be there.
right.
They may not be there.
That's okay.
They might be in Miramar.
Right, exactly.
They may be on Brickell Key.
Or they might be in Broward somewhere.
West Silver Pines.
But that's what we should start doing, is showing up to their homes. They don't answer, they don't respond to your emails and.
Is that legal? Can you do that?
Yes, you can do that.
Campuses do it all the time.
Oh, so it's like I come, but you better come with a flyer though. Come with a flyer.
Their addresses are public.
They just pass something on that you can't do that anymore.
Be smart, y'all. Ain't nobody trying to go to jail.
I'm not saying.
Do it from the street. Do it from the. Don't knock on them. Don't knock on them people door.
Do what I do because I do it. Go there and you can send them a letter.
Yeah. Not in Stand Your Ground, Florida. I don't know if we want to be. I don't know if we want to be knocking on people's door. I don't know. But I get what you're saying. There are other ways to find them. I think what she's saying is there are other ways. If they're not, being accessible, there are other ways to get to them. Yeah. Studio 183. Shout out to Freezer.
We got
After that, and then we're gonna do our final thoughts to close out, y'all.
I got one last comment.
Wait, are y'all enjoying this? Can y'all tell people the next time we do this to come pull up?
Okay, guys.
This is gonna be our last one, and then we're gonna wrap things
I
up.
just got one comment. I want to thank everybody tonight for their individual work that they do in the community.
Yes.
Even the members and people sitting in the room do some amazing work. I'm looking at faces of people that I've done community work with, like over a period of maybe 20 years. Okay. I wanted to address what you said about each one in teaching, the adults. So I do teach because I know my lane, right? So I might make my little comments because I'm very neutral. Because I work in the field, I have to be neutral, right? So a lot of times I'll put thought pieces out on Facebook just to kind of trigger some emotions, and people getting texts like, oh Lord, I be seeing eyes, and people like, what you mean? But that's just my way of getting people talking, right? Getting people talking and thinking about the things that we're not talking about, right? One of the key things that I want to address is something the young lady behind me mentioned about the education component of learning policy development and analyzing policy. Because as she said, not every bill can be passed, but we need to be smart about which ones we do pass, right? Because we want to be effective as politicians, because we are politicians. We are, the conceptual concepts of what bills and legislations get passed come from us. They don't start at the top, it's from the bottom up, understand? If they don't have data from us, they can't pass a legislation that has legs and can run. You understand what I'm saying? So what needs to happen is more policy-based discussion, like the brother said, we get these sheets of bills and stuff, or what they voting on, we don't even know nothing about it until we get to the polls and we like, what's 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 1, right? We don't know nothing about it. So I think we have enough educated people in this room that can offer their individual expertise. I love to teach. That's my lane. I don't get into other stuff. So I'm more of teaching youth. If you know me, you know I love the kids. That's my babies. I love the children. I will teach and preach to the kids before I hit the adults, but I'm willing to teach adults who want to learn, right? So I'm willing to offer free classes, and I would love, before we leave tonight, for all the different experts in the room to say what they're willing to offer. Because a lot of times we talk, and we get emotional, and then we walk out the room and everybody looking around like, well, what's next?
Hello News could host it virtually. You can use our platform to host like a seminar, webinar. I've offered that up.
I would love to, and I'm not the only expert. So that's why I'm opening the conversation up to everybody in the room who has a different level of expertise. I'm not arrogant, so I don't believe I know everything, but I know enough to get things done, right? And then I have my sister to the left who know a lot. And then we call each other on the phone and be like, girl, this is what you, yeah, and we collaborate. And I want us to be more trusting of ourselves. Because we talk about growing Black media, but sometimes it's hard to collaborate in our own communities because of trust issues. So many of us have been burned. especially the ones who are doing this kind of work.
Mhm.
Because you gotta be a radical, you gotta be a rebel, and people talk about being revolutionary. And I correct them all the time. I say, I'm not a revolutionary, I'm a solutionary. Because I don't revolve around topics all day. I ain't got the patience. I'm like, hey, what we doing about it? What's the next step? And what's the plan to get it done? And I'll be at the end executing while my community is organizing around me. That's how I want to move. So I feel like the people in the room, there's so many smart individuals, so many people with expertise. I see public affairs people in here, media people in here. I see accountants, city clerks. I mean, we are our own team. What we waiting on? So if each person can offer 2 hours of their education to the community, then we wouldn't be talking about us not being educated. Then we wouldn't be talking about what bills the legislation gonna pass because we started them right here in the room. Then we wouldn't be talking about who working for what candidate because all of us could work for whoever we want to if it's for the right cause. Because everybody has the same duty. It doesn't matter who you like personality, they all have the same duty. So even the ones we don't like, some of them gonna get in the seat that we don't want to get in the seat. But does that mean that you can't push an issue to them? They can't change something in the community? No. So we gotta learn to have different perspectives, accept that, move on. You know what I'm saying? Me and some of the people, we argue all the time on Facebook. If you're on my Facebook page, we done had an argument. Me and my brother back here just argued about Young Miami the other day. You know I love him. That's all I love. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I understand it. And I love him for that too. But my point is that we're not gonna all agree, but we can all collaborate. We need to find a way to work together and not doubt each other as much.
That's a fact.
You know, we need to do that. So, and I want y'all to support them as well. Support people like Maya Passmore. I can't show up to all her stuff, but I show a call and be like, sis, what happened? You know, because I need her to know she got support. Because I don't want her to lose her fuel. You know what I mean? So it's something that simple. Just a phone call to be like, oh, I love that show y'all did last night. Or give her a like. Or share her content. We need people to do what they do best and stay in your lane. There's nothing wrong with being unique and having your own lane. I'm not trying to do everybody's job. I'm just trying to do my job well, right? So if we start thinking like that and collaborating with people in the room who do stuff well, we ain't gonna have this conversation next year. They're gonna be looking at Miami Gardens as a model city. Because we've been talking about building a model city in Miami-Dade County for a long time. We're that, you know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, that is what brought us here today, is collaboration. I want to say a big shout out to Coast Space, Miami Gardens, man. Like,
thank you.
Like, not only the space is beautiful and everything I said earlier in this episode about it, but even making us so comfortable here. Like while we're here, you pulling out things out the magic box, fans and this. I'm like, what you don't got? She got a Home Depot in the back there.
She got mics,
extension cords, mics, you know what I'm saying?
It's a venue space, it's a
So
co-working
as we took MacGyver, thank you. So as we talk about, because I'm a segue off of what you said, like the collaboration. That's what this is, and thank you for being such an amazing collaborative partner. And Janae, my forever collaborator, thank you for, allowing me to be in this space, although this is our night, in that podcast. But, thank you for allowing me to be in this space. This is amazing. This is amazing. And I'm happy that, not to bring too much back into it, I'm happy you got the support from the people live to let you know how important that you are to us, how valuable you are to us. That, although we're not getting the gold roses that we really deserve, I'm sure none of y'all getting the gold roses y'all really deserve. But, if we're in a fortunate space to be able to push a little harder and make some things happen, that's just what it is. So we just gotta stay focused on what we're doing, and it'll work out for sure. You know what I mean? But we need you. We need you.
Yes, we need you.
I think about it. No, just I think about it, not leave it. No, just saying. But thank you so much, Papa Keith. Yes. Joy, do you want to come on camera or no?
Yes.
And after this, let me say
Okay.
So
when I first opened CoSpace, you know, I tell the story all the time, and they roll her eyes, but I wouldn't tell it. But when I first opened CoSpace, one of the first things that I did was reach out to Janae, and I paid. I paid for the live, I paid for the advertisement on her site, and at my grand opening, almost everybody that came there was like, "Yes, I saw your High Note News," and we were packed to the brim in that little space because of High Note News, right? And that was one of the first things in my budget is I knew, as a person who's been following her for maybe 3 or 4 of the last 11, actually more than that. It was probably maybe 6 years now. But when I knew that when I opened CoSpace, I was like, I gotta talk to Janae. I gotta do all these things. And I literally sent one email and she replied back in like 15 minutes, like, sure, here's a date. And I was like, oh,
yeah, of course.
that's easy.
You're spending on
it. And every time I had a major event, same thing. I went right back. I paid for my time. I never said, hey, do something for free. And I was like, how much? I always say, how much? How much? And every single time I get my ROI from Janae from High Note News. So, you know, I feel like we definitely have to support more because if she can't do it no more, there's nobody else, y'all. So yeah, I'm forever grateful to you both. You know, Papa Keith did an amazing interview with me and was so patient. The first time Tech was trying to hate on me, but then we ran it back. But I'm grateful that you guys come to spaces like this and that you guys pour back into businesses and residents and communities and these conversations that everybody's too afraid to have. You know, so we do our part to make sure that y'all keep doing this, but y'all are very special, and I'm so grateful just to be the venue for something, like an amazing conversation like this. So shout out to y'all.
No, thank you. I just want to, before I give my final thoughts, I just want to say thank you to Papa Keith for doing this with me. You came on, you were like, this is dope, can I come? And I was like, of course. Like, you know, we're codependent, so it's like, it's easy to do this with a partner, right? And it's to feed off your energy. So thank you, especially to the platform you have, what you've been doing in Miami media and radio for decades. I don't want to age you, but you know, you're an OG, you're a veteran in this game, and it's always kind of surreal to me. I always tell you, like, me and Lex is like, this is Papa Keith, like, this is from radio, right? So just thank you, and your friendship and your mentorship has been invaluable. So thank you for supporting me and taking this route with me. So I definitely want to give you your flowers for everything. And also to Joy, just a million thank yous. The CoSpace is a beautiful space. You guys make sure you come and support. Also too, want to give another thank you to our sponsor, Shuckin', Arnisha Randolph over there, We Shuckin' Restaurant, who sponsored our food. Amazing. We'll be at We Shuckin' next week, August 4th from 7 to 10 p.m. having this same type of conversation, but Broward focus. And y'all know we're going to get into Congressional District 20. Luke. Maybe you can pull up. I know Luke. Come on now. Y'all see, you see he beefing with Alonzo right now. And then also.
He beefing with everybody right now.
I know, right? And then also too, got to give a huge another thank you to our dessert sponsor, Exquisite Creations LLC. Thank you so much for jumping in. You was like, girl, can I do the desserts? And I said, yes. Come on now. So Miss Kim Yonsei, Exquisite Creations LLC. Follow her on social media. And also too, I would be remiss if I did not give a special shout out to Miss Shamilla, TVM Business Solutions. I told her, I was like, because we shout out to Joy. She did an amazing job. Our last event, we did a event where we're giving small businesses and local nonprofits information on how to take advantage of local media. And I just was doing everything myself. I had a little bit of support, and we just had some fumbles and some things. And I was like, I'm never, like, that's why I haven't done another event. And I said, Tamila, I'm not doing this. Like, even though I put it out there and people were like, yeah, I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I don't have any support. She was like, I got you. And she literally carried me the whole way. And I appreciate you. I don't even want to say, but I want her business to blow up. Because I don't want y'all to take her from me, but TV and Business Solutions, your business admin, your business support solutions, she's amazing. And I just want to say thank you and give you your flowers publicly, because you just don't know how much you mean to me. And then also to shout out to our volunteers, Miss Keisha, Janelle, and wait, who else was it? Miss Mama Day, Mama Pearl, all you guys are just, supporting us. I appreciate you. I just want to give everybody their flowers and their things publicly, because without you guys, I could not do this. We did this on a shoestring budget. I was like, I just want to have this conversation in a safe space for all of us nerds who like to talk about politics and government. Have a safe space. and I'm hoping that it grows from here. So I just want to say also to Hello News followers and people who came here from the coast states and just thought this was interesting. Thank you to you for showing up on a Wednesday night. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to my mommy, Velveeta Tate, who gave me life, who's my biggest supporter. Also, thank you to my auntie who watching. Hey, Auntie Lori, they my biggest supporters, my family. So I just got to give them their shout outs for their things because, you know, without their support, I would not be here. And so definitely want to say thank y'all for caring about democracy. Thank you for caring about civics. Thank you for caring about your community and what we want to see. And they watching and they listening. And I hope they heard from y'all, real people, real voters, on what y'all want to see in this upcoming election and in the future of our community. So y'all give yourself a round of applause. And we will end it there. This has been an amazing collaboration of Can We Talk Podcast and That Part Podcast. I am Janae Tate, founder and CEO of Hello News, and this is
him.
This has been another great episode. We will see y'all next week. And y'all keep it locked. Follow us, like and share, subscribe. And we're going to figure out our donation thing because Mama said we got to do it. So y'all can support us. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. Bye. Woo! We did it, Joe.